Alright, we're back. Finished up what I needed to do. It's about 20 to 12. We're going to ease on down the road to the next stop. Looks like it's going to be the Converse Water Department. So, picking up where I left off, I had the days. I struggled about whether or not to use them. I decided to use them. I did everything I could possibly do to make sure that I could enjoy them as much as possible, and took the days off. Friday was not a good day. It was very stressful. I woke up feeling very anxious. I couldn't relax, just very unsettled. It was actually very reminiscent to the first day of my cruise, and it's really struck me that I was caught up in what I was doing, and I let it kind of turn me around. And as much as I said that I wasn't going to let that happen to me again when I took the cruise this last time, I had gotten myself into that situation. It was nowhere near as severe. I wasn't as uncomfortable or stressed as I probably could have been if I let things really get bad, but it had effect on me, and it took me, I just wasn't able to, I knew I had the days off, and I really tried to focus. I tried to concentrate on acknowledging that I did not have to work, that I had time off, and I could do whatever I wanted. And I just couldn't find a way to generate and be happy. I just wasn't feeling joy about it. I wasn't feeling happiness about it. I just wasn't feeling anything. I just felt very unsettled and really unhappy, and that lasted through part of the day on Saturday. And once I got into Saturday, I finally was able to let go and unwind a little bit, and it just reminded me that peace, even when I'm in a relaxed state, peace is one of those things that I very rarely am in touch with. I just very rarely at peace. There's always something going. And I was really struggling with where I'm at, and I just felt like something was missing. Something was void. Something was... I don't know what it was. There's just this emptiness. I felt like I've accomplished a lot materialistically and financially, and it really got into this feeling of... I was feeling kind of empty on the spiritual side. I just wasn't doing anything that was fulfilling that portion of me. Physically, I've been working out. We've been exercising pretty much daily. Every once in a while we'll miss a day. On a rare occasion we'll miss two. But we're right back on it and working out. And my strength is regained. My stamina has regained right up to where I would hope it would be. Considering where, the limits that I've reached in the past. I've only been doing it for, I guess it's been 3-4 weeks now, but my bench press is back up over 200, and I feel good about that. My curling weight is back up to 90 pounds when I'm maxing out, and I feel good about it. And my stamina, I'm getting more reps and more sets in, and I feel stronger. done there. Can I get out on that side? It does not look like it. But it's not really on my priority list today, and getting the water is, so let me go out this way. Yeah, this is so I got completely sidetracked by directions and business. I don't remember what we were talking about. I think I was getting into my dream state. So I've made mention of it numerous times before, but I try to really pay attention to my dreams, the imagery in them, symbolism in them, to basically give me a recap and a different perspective on things that I'm experiencing in my life. And during more difficult periods, my dreams are usually even more intense or more symbolic. There's a lot more strange occurrences, and alright, so I thought this road was going to take me right into Kitty Hawk, which it did not do. I might end up having to stop and map this one out. Dreams, and I categorize my dreams, and I file them away in my mind, and there's certain similar characteristics in certain dreams and certain imagery that I've kind of classified into certain genres, and every dream that I've had every night since probably last Wednesday has been something from my past. Almost every one of them I've been living back in Illinois, in a situation that, my situation before we moved to Texas was not ideal. We weren't making any money. We were, behind on everything. Couldn't afford to do anything, and it was just, I don't want to say it was a difficult time. It was a kind of a trying time. It was a test of will and spirit and philosophy, but it was necessary because it was part of me understanding and truly understanding I don't see anything familiar here. I'm going to pull over situations, having dreams of my previous houses and the difficulties that I've had in those and the reasons that I end up having to leave them. It's strange to me to have those dreams now, because I haven't had dreams like that in a long time. And when I do, they're usually few and far between. It's very, I don't know that it's ever happened where I've had consecutive nights of dreaming the same type of dream with just a little bit different symbolism each time. And I haven't got it figured out yet. And I'm having trouble concentrating my thoughts on that now. So I'm just going to leave that be. I had weird dreams for the last 5-6 nights, mostly regarding my past and where I came from. So moving on, had a much better day yesterday. Monday, got through the weekend, had a day to do whatever I want, and I slept in, which is unusual because I don't know that I've ever, I was telling Rhonda this yesterday, I don't know that I've ever stayed asleep when she had to get up and go to work. Definitely not since we've been working together. Maybe when she had to get up and go to work when she worked in restaurants or coffee shops or whatever, and she had to be there, super early in the morning. She had to leave by 5-6 o'clock in the morning, and I might, for the most part, sleep through her getting ready. But I was always aware that she was getting ready, and it's always kind of in and out. But I really fell asleep, stayed asleep all night, and slept through all that, because normally I would feel disturbed, disrupted, and feel like there are things that I need to do, and I would get up and start doing those things, and I didn't do any of that. But anyway, it's not really important. I slept in and it felt nice, and I got up and took care of some things around the house, and took care of some things, errands that I needed to run, and I felt pretty good. Yesterday I was able to, and actually Sunday it happened, I was able to really detach myself from the office, from the work, from the situations that I had been involved in, that I had felt myself getting emotionally tied to, which was causing me so much stress and anxiety, and I finally felt free, and it hit me at that point that that's exactly what the days off are supposed to do. And even though I struggled with taking them, had some difficulty making that decision and actually following through on it, I had some benefit from it. And it was benefit, it was huge. I mean, it was the impact that it had on me was amazing, because I was able to, again, separate myself from my work and eliminate some emotions that I was having about certain situations that I don't need to have. I don't need to have those stressful, emotion-filled situations from work circumstances, because it's not my life. And it was a lot of personal learning and advancement over the weekend. And I had a flashback to the last day that I had taken off was a day, and I ended up called in sick, and it was much like where I was last week. I was in a circumstance but during the summer months, it's much more difficult. The workload is dramatically increased, and this situation seemed to be much more stressful because people are hot and they're angry and all those different things that are associated with the job that we do in the summer months. But so I felt refreshed on Sunday. I really felt good. But then I started to think, doubt started to come in. Now that I was clear of all that, I'm like, do I really want to do this for a living? Do I really want to continue down this road? Because I don't want to end up in situations like that. I don't want to end up really hating my life circumstances, which I kind of was last week. I was in a really dark spot. It just really was having an effect on me. So taking that time off and rebooting was huge. But the bad thing was I was dreading coming back to work today. I was like, man, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have the possibility of slipping back into that situation. And I was like, I have to. I have an obligation. I have a commitment, and I'm going to continue to move forward. And I'm not abandoning the idea of running my own place. And I had to keep reminding myself of some of the exhilaration I felt when I was running everything solo. And even though I wasn't in tune with those feelings and those emotions, I had a memory of them, and the memory was enough to get me through. So I got through. I came to work today, and I was feeling knotted up in a ball when I got there, but much like I kept telling myself it would be, it was fine. I got in. Nobody died. Nobody was on their deathbed. There was no critical circumstances that could not be handled or dealt with. And I eased back in. And again, the benefit of separating myself over those couple of days gave me a refresh start today. So I'm feeling much better, much more at ease. I would not go so far as to say I am at peace, because again, that's not really something that again I'm accustomed to connecting to. But I feel pretty good, and that's really where all this was going. I feel good. I feel more invigorated, sense of what I'm doing, and let's see, which one is it? I think it's this one. That's admin offices. 407. So that's 403. All the way down here. Oh, I guess I can put it that one. Anyway, I feel like everything's in line, and again, I feel good about where I'm at, what I'm doing, and my ability to continue to move forward on it. And I feel like sitting down and talking with Steve about the possibility of branching out and Rhonda and I working towards establishing our own company. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the water department in Converse in addition to that, and we'll take care of some things.